What is going on, everybody? It is I Be Sick, aka Sam, bringing you guys another Madden 25 NFL online ranked gameplay. Today, I will be using the Steelers going up against the Jets. As you can see, this was an exciting gameplay, but I will go ahead and tell you that the score definitely doesn't reflect the way we played this game. In my opinion, I believe the score shouldn't have been what it was. As we get into this video, I will explain further. But let's get right on into the gameplay. He wins the toss and likes to kick like any smart player would do. That's what I always do. If anyone ever wins the coin toss and chooses to receive, I always feel like I'm going to win that game just because they don't seem too knowledgeable to me. But anyways, we can go ahead and start discussing the gameplay as I pick up a first down right here. He was using a defensive lineman this whole game, dropping him back into coverage, and I tested him several times just because I didn't think he was going to be able to make a play on the ball. I could hear him talking through my headset. He didn't seem too happy about half the stuff I did, like when I was testing him and stuff like that. And on that play right there, that was supposed to be an in route. Roethlisberger throws the ball way behind him. I don't know why he did that. Prevented me from getting the first down. But right there, come back with another crossing route, test his defensive lineman again, and I'm successful. The Steelers had a pretty good running game in this gameplay. Not too well up the middle. That was definitely hard. His defensive linemen were definitely getting block shed after block shed. But outside, I was able to have success as I score on my first possession. Something I always like to do. It's good to do. You don't want to leave points anywhere. It's critical to score in Madden, especially early. If you're ever ahead, people usually tend to change their gameplay, change their style. They become more desperate, and it really affects the way they play. So I always feel like if I get a lead, I can make the other guy panic. He won't play smart. He won't play as well as he should, and I always feel comfortable, in my abilities to maintain what I've been doing and come away with the victory once I have a lead. Now, as you can see, he wasn't too smart. He went for it on fourth down. I don't know why he would do that. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not the guy to do that unless, of course, it's 4th and goal at the 1, or I'm down and I have to score. But right here, he plays all out fag D. He did that every time he was at the goal line. But that's part of the game. You got to deal with it. And here I take my points. I don't like to leave points anywhere. I wasn't willing to go for it and not score. I would much rather have a 2-possession lead than a 1-possession lead, and that's any day of the week. And as you see in this gameplay, field goals actually have a really big impact on the game. As I'm in cover 3 zone, and my cornerback just gets straight burnt. Like, I don't know why, but that happened more than once in this game. I'm in a deep zone, and the receiver just runs right by my DB. At halftime, I'm able to adjust and prevent this from happening. Should have done it earlier. Should have adjusted a lot earlier. Just didn't think to do it. Didn't think that my opponent would keep doing that. But I learned from my mistakes. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I was, shame on me. Of course, you'll find that out later in this video. As you see right there, defensive lineman getting another block shed. It's really hard to run up the middle on the Jets. I don't know if it's because the Jets' defensive line is that good, or the Steelers' offensive line is that bad, or whatnot. But here I go up deep, and it turns out to be a bad decision. Threw into double coverage. As soon as I threw it, I knew, probably shouldn't have done that. So he gets the interception. That's why I took the field goal. If not, it's a 7-7 ball game. He's got the ball on my half of the field, and it looks like he's going to be able to score points and go up if it's not already 10-7. So at least this way, and I'll only be down by 4, or I can, keep it a tie unless he tests me. Don't ever do that. Everybody should have known this by now. Every video I get a user interception, so people should learn. If you play I Be Sick, let's not test him, especially up deep, because I had Troy Polamalu that time. He has really good skills when it comes to making plays on the ball, so I felt comfortable with that. Wasn't too worried when the ball was in the air. I feel like my opponent is gonna learn that, and my opponents, if I get big on YouTube and stuff, maybe my opponents will learn. Let's try not to test him. As I'm trying to bleed the clock right here, I accidentally step out of bounds. It's whatever. So now I take my field goal again, go up by 6. So even if he does score a touchdown, I wouldn't be too surprised if my opponent goes for 2, or if I can luckily get a block, and then I'm tied. But if I don't kick those field goals, it's still a tied football game, and it's definitely not looking good to me. As again, I'm in cover 4 this time, and this receiver just runs right past my DB, and I would probably showboat too if I was him. But so now it's not looking good. He's up by 1, could be 7 if I don't kick those field goals. But you just have to learn and adjust during the games, because everybody plays different, so you have to make adjustments. You can't play the same way every game against every opponent. So with 28 seconds left, I'm on the 19. I'm gonna try to get some quick points. I don't know if I want to score a touchdown. If I want to kick, obviously I want to score a touchdown, but I would like to at least get into field goal range, as I'm trying to drive, but he's not leaving anything deep. So I'm having to hit these dink and dunk underneath pass plays, and eventually on this play right here, I'm able to cross midfield, almost in field goal range. So let's see if we can get into field goal range, and we do, as we hit Brown on a little post route right there with 4 seconds left, giving me time to kick a field goal, another one, my third one of the half, to take a 2-point lead going into halftime. So to start the second half, I'm up by 2. He gets ball first, and luckily, I don't know what this was all about, but he ends up getting a touchback, so I don't have to deal with the threat of him returning it. And as you see on this play, he runs verticals, but I've adjusted to prevent him from burning my DBs deep. So he panicked, he got sacked, he ends up scrambling on the next play, getting, throwing the ball away and getting a 1 yard gain. And in the whole entire second half, my opponent runs this little screen play. He runs out towards the screen and throws it to the running back. And he didn't have too much success with it, but occasionally he would have success, and that became really frustrating. I was adjusting properly to stop the screens, but there were times where just nothing I did would stop it. He would either scramble, or he would roll out until everyone was drawn away from the running back, and he would hit the running back. So that's just something I need to learn how to work on, stopping and preventing stuff from happening. As I get to the 1 yard line, call the trusty quarterback sneak, especially with a big quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger. So now I'm up 23-14, a 9-point lead, 2 possessions, no matter what he does. I feel really comfortable. I wish I had the ball. I always feel like if I'm up 2 possessions with the ball, there's no way I lose the game. So we're going to see if we can stop him and get the ball back with a 2-possession lead, as he runs this silly little screen play and hits fumbles, but his offensive line recovers because it's a screen and his whole offensive line is out there. Runs the same play again, this time picks up some good blocks. I don't know what happens right there, but Ivory is gone. He's off to the races, and nobody's going to catch him. A 84-yard screen pass, really frustrating to go up against over and over and over again in the game. I feel like my opponent only ran like 3 different plays all game: verts and a screen, and then like an occasional run. But that was frustrating. It just got on my nerves to try to stop that, because it's really hard to stop screens in this game, especially with the quarterback rolling out like that. So I'm up by 2. These field goals are definitely coming into play now. Like I said earlier, they're definitely having an influence in helping me maintain my lead, as I'm just trying to I want to score points, but at the same time I'm trying to eat up a little bit of the clock. I don't want to give him any time to burn me deep again or hit me with an 80-yard plus screen. So I'm running the ball, trying to chew up clock, trying to keep him off guard with the occasional pass. Right here, it's 2-point game. I know I play sim style, but I didn't feel comfortable enough to not go for it. I didn't feel like I wanted to punt or try to kick a field goal. I feel like either way, I wouldn't have had a big enough lead, and my opponent would have come back and scored and probably beat me. So I pick up the first down, pick up another first down right here on 3rd and 8. So we're approaching the 2-minute warning, and I hit him with a shotgun run. I didn't mean to stutter right there. I honestly tried to score a touchdown, but it's whatever. Get to the 1, the next play, I managed to punch it in with a fullback dive. My opponent easily could have blocked that extra point. He stopped, and I could hear him talking in my headset. And he was cussing, he was fussing, he was upset that he did that. Yeah, he definitely didn't mean to do that. So don't think he did that on purpose. So under 2 minutes left, we're just trying to hold on right here. We get a big sack, that helps a lot. 2nd and 12. He's not too good when he's not running his screen or his verticals. As you can see, he's using Seattle's playbook. I don't understand why. Seattle doesn't have the best playbook. I'm not too big of a fan of it. But on 2nd and 10, he drops back, gets sacked, 3rd and 19. I just had to prevent him from getting 19 yards. He runs a screen, scrambles, all my defensive line chase him, and luckily I get a block shot right there. Stop him, 4th and 9. I need to get a stop right here. He throws it, and finally I didn't get beat. I managed to swat the ball down. So as you can tell, I'm kneeing the ball out. My opponent doesn't call his last time out. I come away with the win. I won by 9 points. I won by those 3 field goals. So that's just a little reminder, you guys, that it's definitely beneficial to kick your field goal when you have the opportunity and get your points. But I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, feel free to like the video, share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever you want to. Let your friends see it, send people my way. And if you've enjoyed all the videos or just this one, feel free to subscribe and come back for more gameplay. This is IB Sick, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.